Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and let's continue the Saturn series. And in this video, we're gonna talk about Saturn in the ninth house. Okay, and like all other videos, we're gonna share about or we're gonna talk about some unique remedies which we can definitely follow. And to know more about the remedy for Saturn ninth house, stay till the end of the video. Okay, so now we need to understand what is ninth house. Okay, so the very first point, ninth house is all about your luck, your bhagya. Okay, it's all about your father or fatherly figure in your life, relationship between you and your father's, let's say, health conditions, okay, or his lifestyle. That also we can see from your ninth house. We can also see any kind of religious activity in your life or any kind of rituals you follow or based on your religion. Okay, it doesn't matter or doesn't strict or tag to any specific religion. So irrespective of your religion or religious belief, whatever rituals you follow, that also we can see from the ninth house. Okay, whether you're following it from by your heart or you're following it just because you have told to follow, so that all we can see from the ninth house. And also we can see a long distance travel from ninth house. So now when a big karmic planet like Saturn is placed over here, and as we know that Saturn is all about discipline, hard work, ethics, responsibility, you know now I think you guys understood what I'm trying to tell. Because Saturn in the ninth, that means the first thing is your luck is there, but it will only get activated or it will only support you or it will give you favors when you are disciplined towards your life or disciplined towards whatever work you are doing, or you know ethics, following ethics in your life. And then only this ninth Saturn can give extremely good results. It is more powerful than exalted Saturn. Remember one thing, Saturn in the ninth house, they are extremely lucky because it is more powerful than exalted Saturn. You have to understand this logic. Technically, if you go by books, Saturn most powerful in exaltation. But ninth house is what? See, exaltations, things, debilitation, things, everything is fine. But the ninth house is like the, how to say that, it's the backbone, it's the spinal cord of your birth chart. Okay. So when a planet like Saturn, who is actually, I mean, even though we call it natural malefic, but still Saturn was the only planet who can help you to come out of, deep trouble. And that too only by following ethics and discipline. That's why we have seen a lot of people, even if they struggle in their initial life or get corrupted or, some punishment they have received in their initial life, but by changing their behavior, by, you know, uh, being responsible towards the society, they have become, ultra legend, let's say. So there are a lot of people. Okay, we're gonna talk about those names later. So I'm gonna upload a quick short on the same thing. Who are the people who are having Saturn ninth? Okay, so the famous people. Then you can understand. So now, one thing, yes, you have to be very very ethical in your life. Then only this Saturn ninth house is gonna give you fantastic results. As I said, and I stick to my comments that it is more powerful than exalted Saturn. Okay. Now, being Saturn in there, you can expect some rift with your father. Now, when I say rift, it is not like you will have bad relationship with your father. What I'm trying to tell here, that you might have a lot of differences in the opinions between you and your father. It is possible. You might have a lot of disagreements, but that's good. And you might have to stay far from your father. That is also possible. Like you might be going for college, and some other place, some other city, and you are staying far from your father. Or maybe your father is having a transferable job where you guys, I mean, being a son or being a daughter, you may not be able to travel there. He has to stay somewhere else, right? Maybe that could be the conditions. And so that is one more way we can interpret that. You and your father may not stay together for some time. And there is one more thing, that this Saturn in the ninth house, sometime it gives, let's say that you being a native, you might get an opportunity to stay in foreign country, and because of the differences in opinions, your father may not travel along with you. Okay, so he might be staying in his native, and you might be traveling to abroad for career settlement, or career establishment, whatever. So that these are the major reasons, or of the rift or disagreements, whatever you name it. Now, one more thing, Saturn being in ninth, it can give some osteoarthritis. Okay, you can check it in Google what disease it is. It's a basically a pain in the joint due to some fluid constraint or something like that. Okay, so osteoarthritis can happen to your father. Your father can have or may face some you know bone displacement or joint dislocation, some orthopedic concerns in their life. Next thing, one more important thing regarding your father, that you know considering the Saturn dignity is very good in your chart. So your father initial life might have, I mean, n number of struggles, n number of obstacles he might have faced in his life. So, and wherever he is now, it is the reward of his hard work. Okay, and if you are privileged, then that is the Saturn's gift to your father, so that his generations, next generations, may not need to suffer more. Okay, so he might have seen the worst of the worst situation in his life, and that's why he is one of the ideal candidate to become a fantastic mentor for your life. So that you remember, you might have some disagreement, but being Saturn in the ninth, your first mentor should be your father. If you want to discuss something, he may not be the expert of your field, but he can give you some light, some guidance, which will be like, I mean, it will have so much value in your life, which you cannot ignore for the rest of your life. So keep that in mind. Now, moving to another thing, Saturn in the ninth can give you long travels, like long distance travels. Definitely, as I said, you will get a chance to travel abroad. Depends on your dasha, mahadasha, antardasha, but still it will give you a chance to travel abroad, either for your work or for your networking, vacations, whatever. Okay, in any mode it can give. Now, one of the most important thing is being in ninth, it will aspect your 11th, your network circle, your gains, your elder siblings. So you might have, gained through hard work. So Saturn in ninth, that means you are going to gain all the benefits, all the luxury in your life only through hard work and discipline. Okay, that is the luck. That is the only thing. See, you need to understand Saturn in the ninth. That doesn't mean that all of a sudden overnight something will happen. Okay, people call themselves lucky, but the luck, when it will favor, when you are having hardship, when you are facing situations, you are learning from the situations, right? So that if any downfall comes, you will not be shaken. Okay, because you are well prepared of the situations. That's why Saturn ninth is so good. So you can earn legacy. Saturn ninth can give you legacy. Okay, you can become a startup founder, you can become something like, let's say a founder of an NGO or some social worker, some real estate, big developer, builders, okay, some strategic person who gives strategic decisions or strategic consultation to the big companies, a fantastic CA, chartered accountant. Saturn in the ninth people can become a fantastic chartered accountant because they can assess the situations, they can assess the accounts, they can assess all the compoundings plus minus everything, okay, and that they can do so intelligently that you cannot imagine. So they have that mindset. They Saturn ninth can give you ultra mode vision, like pro mode, let's say. They can see what can happen after 25 years. That kind of vision they have. So that's why it is so powerful. Now 11th, it is aspecting your 11th. That means you will gain through your networks, and your networks might be very small but very powerful and impactful. That what matters. Having 1,000 friends in Facebook, having 1,000 friends in WhatsApp doesn't mean that you are having a good network. But having 10 good friends who are having power, who are having authority, who are having kind of a charisma or kind of a influence in the society, that matters a lot. So Saturn in the ninth can connect with those kind of influential people. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You'll gain through network. Now it is aspecting your third house as well. So you need to be very, very careful about your courage. Saturn 9 sometimes gives, like all of a sudden you'll feel like, no, I have to take a big risk. But Saturn doesn't, it's not like Saturn doesn't like risk, but it should be calculative risk. If you're simply doing something based on your luck and you're feeling like, no, maybe my luck will support, so I'll give all in, like in a poker game or something, that is not going to help you. It should be calculative. You should think, if it backfire, if it falls, whether I have a backup or not. Then only that skill will work. Then only that Saturn 9th house will give you the luckiest favor in your life. Okay, so that is one thing. Now, additionally, it is aspecting your 6th house, the house of Shatru, house of enemy, obstacles, house of disease. So Saturn aspecting your 6th, actually it is very good because it is a Dusthana. So Saturn aspecting your Dusthana, it eliminates the enemy. And one thing you always remember, by looking at your enemy, the standard of your enemy, it actually define your strength. If you have a very good, capable, powerful enemy, that means you are also powerful. That's why you have that much powerful enemy in your life. That is the one of the finest truth, I would say. I hope all of you will agree with me in this particular point. So Saturn in the ninth aspecting your 6th, that means your enemy is very powerful. And that means you are powerful, you are impactful, you are influential. That's why they are feeling threat because you are there. And the good part is you have aspects on your 6th house. That means you can overpower them. You can finish your enemies. You can destroy your enemies. Okay, that's why it's so good, so powerful. Now, disease. When you talk about disease, yes, it can give some chronic disease, but here one thing I would like to tell every one of you: Saturn, whenever it gives disease, right, it gives through indisciplined life. It's simply just it is aspecting your 6. It will give you some, let's say, digestion issues or some uric acid or kidney profile related concerns. No, it's not like that. It is happening because you are not following a regular habit of your lifestyle. No regular diet plan, no proper water consumptions. That's why it is started giving you the problem. So it all connects with your discipline. It all connects with your regular habit. Okay, so you go and check. Sorry. So go and check whether you are doing something wrong or not. Saturn aspecting 6th means you have definite opportunity to improve your health, improve your regular, daily life, daily habits, then you can see a lot of progress in that particular area. Saturn in the sixth, one thing about disease, that yes, it sometime it can give chronic disease, but here it also capable of eliminating the disease itself. That means you will completely come out of that problem, you will completely recover from that problem, or it will suppress the issue for a longer period of time, because there are a lot of medical concerns which may not be cured, right, but can be suppressed, can be controlled. So that also Saturn can do. It will try to help when you are in a fatal situations. Saturn, whenever it is aspecting sixth, it is actually protecting you from the fatal scenarios. So that's how it is a blessing. And one more thing, it is also about your let's say job, because it's also the house of service. So Saturn aspecting your sixth, a lot of job change we can expect. Or see here, job change doesn't mean that you are changing your company, maybe in the same company your work profile is getting changing. Okay, so that is also possible, because Saturn wants you to learn from the different areas of your life. Okay, so that's how Saturn wants to teach you. Saturn wants to make you aware of the situations. Okay, so these are the major areas what getting covered when Saturn is in the ninth. Now let's talk about some remedy. Now ninth house is the house of dharma. So definitely you can, if it allows in your you know or at least let's say if you can do that. So Saturn being in the ninth, what you can do, you can always let's say work with some animal shelter. I think in one of the videos I have told, I don't remember right now, maybe Saturn in the sixth I told. So same, Saturn in the ninth, you go and take care of the animals, whichever way it is possible. It is very, very powerful remedy for Saturn in the ninth. Now, one more unique remedy is take care of your father, very important. Okay, take care of your father, or let's say whatever he feels. Okay, I would say connect with your father. Okay, sit with him for some time, talk with him. It maybe there could be some disagreements, but that's fine. Sitting with your father also can eliminate a lot of Saturn dosha, because father means it works as a sun, Suryadev, Lord Sun. So Saturn trying to get the light from the sun. Disagreements can happen in any way. Okay, it's not necessary because of that enmity between Sun and Saturn. It's not like that. Okay, because we celebrate the Sankranti. We celebrate the Sankranti when Sun comes into Capricorn, Sun comes into Saturn's house. That's when almost entire India celebrates. So at least from that context, you can understand that even though in the script or scripture, whatever you name it, we can see some enmity between these two. It's not enmity, it's the disagreements. When two knowledgeable persons speaks, right, there should be some disagreements. So that's how Saturn and Sun combinations looks like. So being a Saturn in the ninth, I always request people, if possible, go and sit with your father and talk with him in any topic. And the best part is you can discuss with your life problem. It's not necessary that every time he has to give you a solution, but even sometime, telling itself, can reduce the burden of your mind. So that also help you in, emptying your mind. It will give you clarity in some other way. So that is one more remedy you can follow. And there's another remedy which you can do, being Saturn in the ninth house, as it is aspecting your third house and 11th house, right? So both the houses are either elder sibling or younger siblings. So you should support your siblings. Don't try to discourage, don't try to demoralize, don't try to fight with your sibling. Be there with them as much as possible. I'm not telling do everything for them, but what I'm trying to tell is, like, be there as a support system whenever and wherever it is possible. So good relationship with your father, good relationship with your siblings, and let's say supporting the animal shelter home, or any kind of way you do some charity or donation to the NGOs who supports animal rescue and all, that definitely going to make your Saturn much more positive. And being Saturn in the ninth, it will give you lot of progress in your life. Okay, so thanks everyone, thanks for staying with me, and please do like, share and subscribe my channel. You're already doing it. I'm seeing good number of comments and interesting comments, which is really giving me a lot of encouragement. So keep doing that. Thank you.